Hi everyone, it's Vanessa from Heart and Soul Transformations in Australia. And today we're going to be talking about the energy, the emotion of grief. And as we move along or walk along our journey, our ascension path, grief really does play quite a huge role. And one of the biggest grief experiences that we can have is not just the loss of a parent, a pet, a loved one, a friend, but really what often happens is as we are moving through the cycles of the death of the false self, of healing, clearing away the masks, peeling off the layers of who we are not, we often have quite a shift in our identity and what we identify with or once identified with. And it's very natural and normal reaction, response, and even a resistance to hold on to what we know. There's a safety in that. And often we fear the change, the unknown, and often that abyss almost that we kind of drop into or we're asked to drop into. And a grief really can come to the surface, and it can not just be for days, weeks, it could be for months or even years as you're moving through different cycles of grief of who you are no longer. Your vibration changes, your physical body changes. There's a deep surrendering and a letting go. Now in Chinese medicine, the emotion of grief links into the lungs and to the large intestine or the colon. And other associated words are things like holding on, resisting, and controlling, the need to control, to hold on. Breathing in life and letting go. Now, it is said that the lungs will help to generate the emotion of grief, and it's often when we store a lot, sorrow, grief, deep sadness. And then the colon, we're meant to feel our emotions, move them on, send them to the colon or the large intestine and release them through the toilet. And if you think about constipation and holding on and stuckness, if that's a pattern for you, so this is sort of generalized textbook analogies here, but where are you holding on? Where are you feeling stagnated and stuck? Where are you trying to control things in your life? The other extreme can also be where there's loose bowels, diarrhea, which is in Chinese medicine said to be tears in the bowel. Maybe grief hasn't been processed, acknowledged, understood, allowed, as in allowing, giving permission to grieve, to feel what you need to feel. And sometimes when there is, radical shifting and purging of emotions and, things that we're going through with all the big, cosmic upgrades and all the light and the plasma and all the energy that just keeps coming in for our light bodies, our physical bodies, and our temple, this vehicle, this suit that we wear, it can knock around the digestive system in particular, and the nervous system and the immune system. And the colon sometimes really can struggle with letting go and surrendering, yet it is so profound and so what we need to do. And I'm often asked, I help so many people with the letting go process, and I guess I've had a really big, many kick up the butts, wake up calls, moments, and, learning lessons myself around letting go and control, because we're wired to control. We have this reptilian brain that goes from the base of the skull all the way down the spine, that is about safety and security and wanting to control things. So we have that natural wiring. So don't be too hard on yourself, because so many people say to me, oh, how can I let go, Vanessa? I just feel like I've let go and I've let go and I've let go and there's still more to do. And one thing I've really started to understand, well, not just started, but like more of the sort of embodiment of understanding is that I feel that we're going to be letting go till the moment we take our last breath. And, if we bring that back to that Chinese medicine analogy, that sense of breathing in life and letting go, if our final act of letting go is that last breath, I think we can take some of the pressure off too and, just be more gentle on ourselves when we are going through these changes. But one of the biggest things is our identity shifts. And it can feel very uncomfortable at times when we don't know who we are and what we want, what we like anymore. Our resonance, our vibration changes, and we don't always want to hang around the people that we used to. We can have splits, disconnections within families, family members, and it's not that we don't love the people anymore. It's that we might need to retreat or take ourselves away to experience deep changes within ourselves. Have you been going through deep changes? Has it been months, years? Has it been decades? The coming home to self, that remembering truth, which is evolving because we're always having veils lifted and seeing more, it just becomes the norm. It just becomes a day-to-day experience. And those of you who are listening to this are probably on quite across the bridge, I guess. You know, I'm not trying to create separation, and there's many new people on their path that might listen to this. But if you've been doing this inner work and investing in yourself, your soul, your frequency, and connecting with all that you are in each moment for quite a long time, perhaps a couple of decades like myself, you will know the potency and the power and just the incredible beauty that comes with surrendering, and sometimes just sort of throwing your hands in the air, you know, even metaphysically, and going, F it, like as in F-U-C-K, like F it, I'm over it, like I just surrender, and handing it over to God, source, the absolute, and insert your own word there, realizing that we're not just doing this walk alone. We have our own guides and teams and spirit walkers that are here walking beside us. And it is in our, human that wants to control everything and know everything and have the answers to everything. But this is a journey. That word wasn't given to us in our English vocab or, in our vocab just for no reason. And the more we detach from the destination, the more we can just allow. I'm really itchy. There's a lot of energy coming in. If you're first time watching my videos, I do get quite itchy at times. I can feel energy pulsing. My ears get quite itchy when the team are talking. And I can often feel sort of pressure and all sorts of things going on in my head. So I wanted to see if we could bring through some healing, some codes, something to support you right in this moment. Perhaps if you're listening to this, you are going through another layer of the death of the false self. You're removing veils, you've been purging, you feel maybe there is a grief of a loved one, a pet, someone, a friendship, a relationship, a deep letting go, or you just feel grief over that you're not the same person anymore. You don't know how to do life. You don't know how to be. You don't know what you like anymore, what you love. In that uncovering, you're kind of closing doors at the same time and allowing windows to be open to have the revelation and revealing of what's coming in next. And, you think of these as like chrysalis cycles, like the butterfly. We go through many, many of these stages. And grief can really take over and have us feeling very down, depressed, the absence of joy, very lost, and very afraid. But firstly, I want you to understand that these cycles are necessary. They are a part of awakening, waking up to the fact that you're more than just a physical body, and that you're here having this soul-based human experience to learn and to, learn as in discover things about all that you are. And that grief can be moved through. There's a lot of talk about, grief never goes away, and maybe for some people it doesn't. I've had big experiences in my life where grief has played a major role, and I think it was one of the core things, the core wounds I was meant to experience this lifetime through family, through children, through mother, that energy. But it's also been, and it's shaped me, it's changed me, changed, evolved, transformed me, and it's been a really great teacher. It hasn't been easy. But I can look and see the wisdom that comes through these experiences and what I have been able to gain from the experiences. And so I'm, inviting you to just for a moment, see if you can do that as well. See what wisdom comes through. Maybe do some journaling, some writing. Maybe you like to do chakra dance, Kundalini dance, or yoga, or some form of movement. Or maybe just sitting out on the grass and earthing, or laying down at the beach, or wherever. Just choose your space and come into center. And have a feel, a sense into how grief has played out in your journey so far, where you feel grief may still be stuck, how it's got a hold on you, how it's controlling you, how it's not allowing you to let go and to surrender. And in this moment, be willing to let go, to really let go. And I'm going to bring some beautiful light codes through from the team. So please be in a safe, sacred space that's aligned with you being able to receive these codes. You may feel to connect into your heart or lung region or your large intestine, or maybe just, you feel like you've got to connect into your throat or thyroid or your hands, your pancreas, your adrenals. Ask your body to take you where you need to go. And if you don't know, just say, please allow for the healing of grief release and support for my highest good. Something like that. Use your own words. Or you can use mine if you like. Okay. Yatra shiru maya trana koya tairu maya nairu. Hirashunai anoeshani urmati anoruma. Yukra mosha lisa trot eta. Ikrano de mishuka irko sotra niko shali troataka. Ikramasia. O kairi o talikolae o turtosoma trena kayarka. Takiro shosho misi tatrom totrosho tarahit ena. Ayurushne arkayas tiki. Krayero mataha. Kayero totromata kayara karisoroshtriena nakaya. Irama rotonohone sa sharo mekayarosu. Beloved lights, your grief may have felt it has a hold on you, but we also say that it has held you, supported you as you have evolved and changed. It may feel as if you have meandered many pathways with your grief, yet it has provided a stabilizing source of your evolution. And although you feel like you have been alone, you have never been fully alone. Larimila sholalekoa, alu korea trihikoia rumare siratroshanare kaya, uyilalele shalalele shalalele shalalele. If you feel that you are ready to let go, they're inviting you now to let go. It's bringing one of my sacred monatomic Andaras through. This is a beautiful celestial starlight sapphire with just amazing energy and ethereum powder. Ikoyaya, Okoaya, Wiaya, Mayaroya, Ayurotoshisia, Okiro Kamai, Yoroko, no Mosiariki, Irali Shelele, Sorotari, Mushara, Irokayamagoria, Urotia, Ikorosho Ayama, Akahiro Sholo Sororia, Ukia Romero Trea. Listen to your heart, listen to your heart. Ask yourself what duty, burden, or bound, where do you feel bound and duty bound to hold on to grief? Not just from this lifetime, but other incarnations. Are you holding, storing, nourishing and nurturing grief that wants to release and let go, to be surrendered? It is time, it is time. Deplete your body of grief. Surrender what is ready to release so that you can replete, recode, and remember that all is eternal. Nothing in truth is ever lost. This is all part of the confusion, in the amnesia, in the loss of remembrance of who we truly are. This is why for some the grief feels so profound, so almost soul destroying. The gravity of it, the depth of it just feels overwhelming. I'm going to touch on this very briefly, but do a full video at another time. But in the grief of old leaving, old self, people, pets, loss of friendships, connections, etc. Often through the dark night of the soul, if it's really evoked, you can feel like you don't want to be here anymore. Here in this physical form, here on this earth plane, because everything is just too hard, it's too sensitive, too harsh. You don't understand how you can be you and all facets of you and your complexity and your sensitivity and not knowing who the next stage of self is. Now, some souls are meant to leave the planet and do other things. But a lot of times it's the soul reassessing, revising, recalibrating. So it's very important that you take sacred care of yourself. This could be with foods, nutrition, supplements, looking at minerals in the body, looking at toxins, environmental toxins, and all sorts of things like that. Looking at energetic work, being supported by someone who is, skilled and experienced in holding space for you as you decode the old and recode the new. And it's very important that you do work with someone that's, holds space for you and understands this process. So please understand that although you feel deeply alone, you aren't alone. And if you can stay and be supported and stay in this physical form, if you are meant to, you definitely will. There is always hope, and there is always other ways of looking at things and perspectives and understanding your, complexities. Many people through the deep dark nights of the soul see themselves as broken and unfixable, especially if there's chronic health issues involved and mental health. All of it is part of the recalibration. Again, you are not alone, and we are all on this spectrum. I've got a eraser rubber in front of me, like a rainbow one. We're all on this rainbow, this light spectrum, walking each other home. So connect in with your grief. Acknowledge, whether it's through a person that's passed or a relationship, or whether it's deaths of parts of yourself, just, see all these fragments of yourself dripping drifting away, fragmenting off. Sometimes we have to have those bits break off, like a diamond. We're cutting, faceting, and polishing to reveal the inner diamond and the masterpiece. And like a diamond that goes from carbon to the diamond, it put through a lot of heat and a lot of pressure. As we become more diamond-like and our diamond frequency. So honor your spaces and times and cycles of grief. Get yourself supported, get yourself things in your toolbox, water, nutrition. Look at mineral supplementation, look at detoxing the body. Not heavy, radical detoxes. At times it's too much because the body purges too much, and everyone's different in their constitution. So it's a matter of really trusting your intuition, which can be really tricky to do when you're in intense grief states. That's why you need to outsource and get support and help. It's okay to live life and evolve in your own self and awareness at your own pace. There really is actually no race. Yet when we're moving through things and things are happening on a cosmic stage at very radical, fast, it's like every second day there's another massive hit, a shift of something. And we can often feel quite unstabilized, which can then dredge up or surface up the next load or layer of stuff within ourselves that needs clearing. So connect with people that have support for you and hold space and hear you and see you for all that you are. Now I'm just going to bring a few more codes through to support the new self, the new identity, the shifts, the recalibration process. Just the human diamond, that essence. O kikau metelelo shalali koyarama. Rekelo huli koromala shalor mutshana matiri shalala lele soromeri otakia. O kai rosina. O kikuma yusuchunorea betukoshaya. I don't moteria. The beings that are coming through are saying, and you can tell the joy that comes through with particular codes. They're saying, can you not see the beauty and joy that you are of what you bring, what you offer the earth, why you are here? We are helping you to stabilize this knowing. Tilao no shi arikoya. Itayoro kinemora toroshelele soromitik irak ilmea chota seoro matakea. Mahenea. And it is so. Thanks so much, beautiful team, for those codes. I hope that this brings you some support for your journey. Feel free to share this and subscribe and connect with me through one of the different social media ways. And it's always important that you really earth yourself after receiving the codes. So if it's nighttime and you can't go out on the grass to, earth, or it's snowing and it's too cold, just, stamp your feet on the ground. That was shown to me a few years ago. It's like really stomp, stomp, stomp. Like just move the energy through your body, through your feet. Just imagine that you're really connecting in with the earth. See the tree roots. Another thing I do is literally put myself in this chrysalis or this womb-like sack, and I just transport myself using my mind and, my toolbox. But the brain and the mind don't know the difference between doing and imagining. So literally just transport yourself, your frequency, your body, mind, soul, everythingness, magicalness. Put yourself into the earth and project yourself all the way deep into the earth's mantle. And you can, they just showed me to set a little timer, to be there energetically for 1 hour. Maybe you've got 1 minute, you're busy, you got to finish this and cook dinner for the kids, or it's time for bed, it's midnight, you're listening to this or something. But literally just set this energetic clock and say, okay, I'd like to be in the energy of that earthing presence that I've taken myself to for 1 hour. Again, time and space is an illusion, so it's just a logic kind of game, like just for your reality, for my reality, your reality, our reality. So just have fun with it, but just, you know, earth yourself and make sure you're feeling like in your body. Have some water, and just be present over the coming week. Like all my videos say, you know, it's great to do these like tools that are on the internet and receive these like healing and codes, but if there's something going on for you, be present to it. Like, what do you shift out of? What do you see for yourself? What do you see about yourself? What do you now love or compassionate, or how can you surrender and let go? It's always great to get that feedback. Let me know. And thanks for spending time with me. Blessed be.